Shalom, this is Kaparia, aka Pops out of GMS Chicago, with another sit down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, and Kakodash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out in New York, I want to send double honors because they do rule well. To the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, the prophecies, the ramifications, and the interactions that those are going to have on the planet and the people. I send salutations. To the hopeful elect, I hope this is edifying. To the Aquath, this listening, sincerity, and charity, listen up. Keep doing so. But for the scorn, scoffer, reprobate, 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations, you know what's coming down the pipe, and it's closer than what you think. So anyway, with that, you know, they put this woman back in the news because I guess her husband is suing the CTA. The husband of a woman, let's see, and now this is going to bounce around and move around or whatnot. Family of woman killed by red line train sues CTA and the security company. Okay, this was a few days ago or whatever case might be, considering this. But like I said, I'm going to try to get this to move around, but I'm not going to move it too much because it likes to bounce in and out of all kinds of advertisements. But I got scriptures that I'm put to this. Okay, but I'm going to read this article and then do this. Okay, the husband of a woman who was killed by a red line train after she dropped her phone on the tracks has sued the CTA and a security company alleging negligence. Okay. The lawsuit filed this week in Cook County Circuit Court by Cyril Cole. Now peep that. By Cyril Cole. This is her husband's name. Cyril Cole alleges that the CTA and or AGB Investigative Services, which provides security service for the agency, abandoned felony Nicole Smith. Okay, felony Nicole Smith, who was in obvious need of assistance to exit the track area. Okay, so now this family or this man, or so-called I'm gonna say African American, because he's definitely not an Israelite, because his head ain't nowhere right on no level. But I'm gonna start with the obvious first. Okay, he wants to sue this company, so he done got lawyers to sue this company or these companies, the CTA and the security services, because of the stupidity of his vain wife. Okay, because she was extremely vain. And this isn't even the setup that I had at first. When I went out to set this up and came back, I couldn't get the picture that they had of her at first. Because, it was like, it just oozed of vanity, okay? But now, see, we got all these. Look, Smith died June 27th after she climbed down on the tracks to retrieve her dropped cell phone. Okay? Look at the vanity of that. Okay? And the stupidity of that. All right? That this woman thought more of her phone than her life, that she thought that she could jump down on the motherfucking down there or the motherfucking railroad tracks and get her shit. Okay? A blind track, as a matter of fact, because when you on 69th and whatnot, if it's coming from south to north, you get a chance to see that train. But if it's coming from north to south, that's a blind curve right there. That's a blind curve. You know, when I first heard it, I was like, damn, she didn't see the train. But then when I looked at it from where the train was coming, it was a southbound train, means it was coming from the north side. That's a blind curve right there, 69th Street. Okay, that's a blind curve. Smith died after she climbed down into the tracks to retrieve her dropped cell phone and was struck by a train last month. The CTA fired the train's operator because of failure to devote attention to duty and ensuring safe train operations. In a video released by the CTA in response to a Freedom of Information request, the operator is seen looking away from the tracks ahead of him for about 12 seconds before the incident at the 69th Street L stop, according to the video recorded taken inside the cab. Okay? The CTA say it is impossible to say whether the operator could have stopped the train on time if he had been paying attention. Now, this is the picture of the setup that they got now. Now, let's deal with that. Couple things. Okay? One, she's not dealing with any of the curses. Okay? So let's go and pull the scriptures up. Let me go and get these scriptures now. Actually, yeah. We put this one on deck on this one. Like I said, because I'm not going to pull away from this, because I could pull away and then try to come back to this and it won't give me the same picture or setup or anything and whatnot, because this is like some kind of half news service type of thing. So let me go and get a scripture I want out of here. It'll be in Isaiah. And then let me go over here to the Cauldry and get this scripture. So if you all want to follow along, feel free to do so. Okay. Now, that ain't how I want it to come up. Let's see if I can do it this way. No, I don't want to do it that way either. Okay. Let me see. Let me change hands here. Why not? Because I'm actually right-handed. Maybe I can get this to work a little bit better if I do this. There we go. Okay. That's what it was. I wasn't used to working with my left hand. Okay. So now, first scripture I'm going to is going to be in Sirach, obviously. We'll go 26 and 9. Sirach 26 and 9. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelashes. Look at this. Look at this woman. Her haughty looks and her eyelashes. Look at the way she likes to pull her mouth and looks and whatnot to try to give her that puckered look. Okay? She always doing this. In all her pictures, she does this. In all her pictures, she does this. Okay? It says the whoredom of a woman may be known by her haughty looks and eyelids. Okay? And if you go and look this female up, all her pictures has got this. She's got blonde hair at some point in time and all this other kind of stuff. That's because when I was trying to get back to the original setup that I saw, it was what it was. Okay? But now, she's not dealing with that. Let's go and I'm getting ready to go to Isaiah now. Isaiah 3 and start at 16. Moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and make a tinkling with their feet. Okay, so she wears the high heels and all this other kind of stuff. So she does the click clack and all of that. The haughty looks, okay, and wanting eyes, okay. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of her head. You can look at her head. That's not her hair. So let's not try to fool each other, okay? Okay, let's not fool each other. Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head, the daughters. This is all a curse. And this woman is in this curse, but she's trying to be out the curse by adding on, okay? She added on the hair because of the fact that she can't grow her hair. And you can see that. Okay, if you look up here, you can see that she can't grow her hair. That's all a wig. Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. In that day, Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments. Now, like I said, she was terrified when she saw that damn train. Got to be. Nobody's trying to help her. Nobody's trying to this. Nobody's trying to that. Okay? So now, like I said, they want to sue her husband, whose name is Cole, and her last name is Smith. and I'm going to get to that in the end, wants to sue for her stupidity. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calves and their round tires like the maroon, the chains and the bracelet and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels. look at that nose ring she got in it. See what I'm saying? This girl fits all of the haughtiness that the Lord just described that he was going to take away from the women, from these proud ass women. Okay? And that's this woman's whole entire look. Okay? This is this woman's whole entire look. But now the family wants to sue the CTA and the security service, which I don't give a fuck about either one of them. But I'm looking at how this so-called African American so-called family wants to sue this Edomite and this, that, and the other. Which, like I said, if they get it, great. But like I said, they want to get paid for her stupidity. They want to get paid for her stupidity. So now let's go through the scriptures that I got lined up real quick. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this. Sirach real quick because, like I said, I read. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Sirach. Excuse me. Okay, like I said, the whoredom of a woman may be known by her haughty looks and her eyelids. But now let's go back. Let's go up to 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that holdeth of her is as though he held a scorpion. I don't know their interactions. Okay? But you could, like I said, does she look like she's trying to be this demure wife of a man that she's really in love with? Does she come off as that? Or does she come off like Beyonce, always looking to upgrade? Which one she come off as? Which one does she come off as? Let's go over to Sirach 25. Let's go to Sirach 25. Sirach 25 and 21. Okay. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Look at her looks. She's trying to entice motherfuckers. Okay? And if you can't see this, then you never been a guy that had any kind of, what we say, as the women used to say back in the day, you had no savoir-faire. They call it flavor now. You ain't got no flavor. You ain't got no swag. If you ever had any kind of savoir-faire or flavor or swag, you know this look. You know this look when a woman is trying to give you this look. She's trying to get your attention. Okay? Well, she's trying to get the whole world's attention because she put this out here as a photo. She's trying to get attention. Okay? And when you go and look up her thing, she's got I won't say millions, she's got quite a few pictures of her with this look on her face of some kind or another. Okay? Let's go back to this read though. Okay? A security officer with a dog was on the platform at the time of the incident. A video posted on social media shows that the officer began to walk slowly towards Smith in the time it took her to climb down to the tracks. The CTA said the guard followed protocol in calling out to the woman and promptly notified the agency after the train struck her. The lawsuit alleges that if AGB had exercised reasonable care in monitoring the track area, steps could have been taken to rescue Smith. See, they want this man to jeopardize himself for this female. To jeopardize himself. So in the amount of time that it took, because like I said, that's a blind curve. So now he's got a dog that he would have had to try to tie down and then get back over there to her to deal. Okay? Because if you know about these CTA dogs walk around with muzzles on. Okay? And these guys have to be constantly monitoring with these dogs. Okay? Constantly. Okay? Constantly. So all this time that they think they had, now the CTA may have fired the security agency, but I saw them guys out there, and them guys are constantly working with their dogs. Okay? They're in always constant contact. As a matter of fact, they never turn their dogs loose. So for him to be with the dog, and then now y'all think he's supposed to try to secure his dog, by the time the trainer, he can even make sure or know that the train is actually coming. Okay, you got timers and everything else telling you that the train is gonna be there in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever the case might be. So she should have looked up there and saw that and been like, okay, well, she don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to get down there and get my phone and get back. Period. I'll call my insurance on the phone. See, they want to sue this. They want to sue this security company and the CTA for her stupidity. Because if she'd have left her phone down there, no matter how much it costs, she could have went to the insurance. If she had insurance on it, which she probably did because she that motherfucking vain, had insurance on it, replaced the damn phone. And if she didn't, oh well, come out of pocket and live another day and start over. But the law still alleges that if AGB had exercised reasonable care in monitoring the track area, steps could have been taken to rescue the Smith, including removing her from the tracks, alerting the rail operator of her presence, and or turning off the power to the oncoming train. 12 seconds. They wanted all this to occur in 12 seconds. Let me think how so y'all can understand how fast that is. Carl Lewis, when he was an Olympic sprinter, was running like 9.9, maybe 10 seconds flat in a 100-meter dash. So 2 seconds longer than it took for Carl Lewis to run 100 meters, is saying you should have had enough time to do all this shit. You motherfuckers have lost your mind. Lost your mind. Okay? But like I said, nobody wants to take account for their own actions. They want somebody else to pay the price for it. Okay? CTA spokesman Brian Steele said the agency does not comment on pending litigation. A representative of AGB also declined to comment. Okay, so now let's still go back to this picture. Let's deal with a lot of things that was going on with this picture here now. Okay. So I said, Sirach 25 and 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. This is what she's putting out. Got, like I said, you can't even see the whole thing, but got a short dress on, the whole deal, and this look. Okay. Now let's go to verse 25. Give the water no patches, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. This lady out, and like I said, when it came out, she had all kinds of Instagrams about somebody paid for her this, did that for that day, and all this other kind of shit. So she thought she was just living a life, enjoying her life. Okay? This is what Apostle Gabar had brought out, when he did the story on this female some weeks ago. Okay? But now they want the city of Chicago, basically the CTA and AGB, to pay for her stupidity. Okay? Let's go to Sirach 26. Sirach 26, I'm going to go to verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. She look like she been, like I said, does she look like she's trying to show her husband or show herself to be graceful and demure when it comes to her husband? Or does she look like she's trying to trade up? She's all on Instagram and this, that, and the other, hoping that somebody in a better situation will come along and say, I saw you, and I just want to holler at you. And depending on how far up she is up the ladder, you could have one of these indecent proposal scenarios, like Robert Redford and Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson in that movie, Indecent Proposal. She's looking to trade up. You can't see that. I don't know why. Like I said, I was a guy that used to, when I was younger, attract women. Okay, because my physical presence at that time. You know, I know this look when I see this look. You know, 13. Let's go down to 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. He doesn't fear the Lord. Simple. You might say, well, how the hell can you make that statement? What's her last name? Smith. What's his last name? Cole. Right? Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. They supposed to be married, but she's not even wearing his last name. She goes by Felony Nicole Smith. His name is Sherrill Cole. She's not even trying to take his last name. Like I said, that in a nutshell. Don't have to go far either. So with that having been said, like I said, you know, this so-called privilege that they think that they supposed to be afforded in America, her and her so-called husband. I don't know why. This is a prison camp. You didn't know that? So privilege? No. African American, you are not privileged here in America. Okay? You are Israelite under the fucking curses and too stupid to know it. So with that, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory again out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. I send double honors to the hopeful elect. I hope that is edifying. To the Akwath. Again, to the Akwath that's paying attention and listening sincerely and charity. You don't want to be like this, okay? Before the scorn and scoffer reprobate 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations. That's what happened to her is definitely what's coming to you. Destruction. So with that, Shalom and a barber ball.